Cleveland Browns trade Shedeur Sanders. Potential team identified Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders as one of 5 players in the Browns quarterback room. Will the former Colorado Buffalo star be on the Browns' 53-man roster in Week 1, or could a potential trade be in the works? Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders is one of 5 in the Browns quarterback room, along with Dillon Gabriel, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Deshaun Watson. Most teams go into a season with just 2 or 3 quarterbacks, the 53-man roster. Could the former Colorado Buffalo star be on the move? With the abundance of quarterbacks on the Browns roster, they could very well end up trading at least one of them. Jonathan Adams of BetUS predicts that Sanders could be on his way to a team in need of another quarterback, the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts' top 2 quarterbacks on their depth chart are currently Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. Does anyone have confidence that either Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones is the solution at quarterback for the Colts? Adams said. Both Jones and Richardson are former first-round draft picks, but have not lived up to expectations. Jones was previously with the New York Giants from 2019 to 2024. He finished up the 2024 on the Minnesota Vikings before signing with the Colts this offseason. Was taken, 4 overall by the Colts in the 2023 NFL Draft. Between injuries, a poor touchdown-interception ratio, and one of the worst completion percentages in league history, he might not be the guy in Indianapolis, despite still being so young. Trading for Sanders would be a low-risk move for the Colts. Sanders was selected in the 5th round of the 2025 NFL Draft by the Browns, and his trade value would not be too high. The Cleveland Browns have a crowded quarterback room with Sanders, Gabriel, Flacco, Pickett, and Watson. With Watson still in recovery from his torn Achilles suffered last season and his large guaranteed contract, he is not going to be moved. That leaves 4 quarterbacks for a maximum of 3 other spots on the Browns' active roster in Week 1. Who will be the odd man out? The Browns clearly value Gabriel higher than Sanders at this point in time. First of all, they selected him 2 rounds earlier. Second of all, Gabriel has been going through more reps and drills with the first-team offense, according to multiple reports. The other 2 quarterbacks are free agent signings, Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. Flacco is a 40-year-old veteran who brings stability to the Browns quarterback room. Flacco is familiar with the Browns system, as he was the starting quarterback for them back in 2023 with Kevin Stefanski. The Browns won 11 games and made the playoffs this season. If a quarterback is to be moved, Flacco is likely the last one. Then there is Kenny Pickett. Pickett was drafted in the 1st round of the 2022 NFL Draft by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last season, Pickett was a backup to Jalen Hurts on the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles before signing with the Browns this offseason. If it isn't Sanders that gets let go, would it be Pickett? It started with a whisper, one of those off-season rumors that sparks wild Reddit threads and ignites the hot take airwaves. But this time, it's not just smoke. Sources close to league circles suggest the Cleveland Browns are exploring a blockbuster trade for Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders, son of Hall of Famer and Colorado head coach Deion Prime Sanders. What began as speculation has begun to take shape, with reports that a potential trade partner has been identified. The Minnesota Vikings. Yes, you read that right. The Browns' motivation, a post-Deshaun Watson era? Deshaun Watson's time in Cleveland has been complicated. Injuries, inconsistency, and controversy have clouded what was supposed to be a franchise-defining acquisition. Now, deep within the halls of the Browns' Berea facility, whispers suggest the front office may already be eyeing their next quarterback. Enter Shedeur Sanders. With 2 electric seasons at Colorado under his belt, Shedeur's draft stock has climbed steadily. His composure, arm talent, and mental toughness, honed under the media microscope and his father's high expectations, make him one of the most intriguing quarterback prospects in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Browns, however, don't own a top draft pick, but what they do have is an increasingly aggressive front office, a talented roster built to win now, and desperation, the most dangerous motivator in football. A deal with the Vikings? Minnesota's entering a transition year. With Kirk Cousins now in Atlanta and J.J. McCarthy expected to take over, the Vikings are straddling the line between rebuilding and contending. But McCarthy's NFL readiness remains a question mark, and Minnesota's front office has expressed openness to creative moves, especially if it accelerates their competitive timeline. Here's what a potential trade could look like: a Browns reboot. If Cleveland pulls off the trade and lands a top 5 pick, all signs point to Sanders being the target. While there are other quarterback prospects like Carson Beck, Georgia, or Quinn Ewers, Texas, Sanders offers something different. His NFL pedigree, pocket presence, and mental sharpness are rare. More importantly, he wants the pressure. He's been playing in front of cameras since high school. Cleveland starved for a long-term answer. A quarterback could use a face of the franchise who embraces the spotlight. One intriguing wrinkle: Deion Sanders has said repeatedly that Shedeur will go where he's wanted and protected. Cleveland's aggressive pursuit could be just what the elder Sanders wants to hear. Imagine the storylines: Shedeur reviving a cursed franchise, Deion hovering as mentor-in-chief, and the Browns turning a chaotic chapter into a Cinderella narrative. A culture shift in Cleveland, bringing in Shedeur Sanders, would represent more than just a quarterback change. It would signal a shift in culture. Gone would be the stale, drama-filled Watson era. In would come a young, confident leader capable of galvanizing both locker room and fan base. Pair him with stars like Amari Cooper, David Njoku, and a healthy Nick Chubb, and Cleveland could quickly pivot from rebuilding to contender. And let's not forget, Cleveland's defense is already championship caliber under coordinator Jim Schwartz. All it needs is consistency on the offensive side of the ball and a quarterback who can deliver in big moments. Too bold to believe? Some will call it crazy, a reach, a gamble. And yet, this is the NFL in 2025. Bold is the new normal. Teams don't wait for success, they manufacture it. The Browns have learned that lesson the hard way. After all the failed quarterbacks, all the drama, and all the what-ifs, perhaps Shedeur Sanders is the right gamble at the right time. He's got the pedigree, he's got the poise, and if Cleveland is willing to make the moves, he might just have the stage.